What's up, everyone? I'm Lala, and this is Flavors of New York. Today is Halloween, and we are on the Upper East Side at a traditional British pub called Jones Wood Foundry. Let's eat some fish and chips.
Enter. Hi, how are you?
Hello! How are you, Chef?
I'm good.
What are you making?
We just started to get going because whatever. So this is a little bubble and squeak. Just about to do a Scotch egg and a fish and chips. And we've got some pies in the oven. So this Scotch egg, this is like the classic of the restaurant. So it's a semi-soft boiled egg. So it's a boiled egg, 6 minutes, 15 seconds to be precise. And we make a sausage chorizo, and then we make a regular house blend sausage. We blend that together and wrap the egg in that once we've removed the shell, breadcrumbs, that goes in here.
Have we talked about what bubble and squeak is?
No. So
It's quite a funny word, bubble and squeak.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell those at home what that
one
is?
of those weird things that this restaurant is known for, or the British stuff. So bubble and squeak. It's called bubble and squeak because if you put the microphone right there, you'll hear it bubbling and squeaking. So basically it comes from the leftovers of a Sunday roast. So we always sit down in England and have Sunday family Sunday roast. And one would put all the leftover vegetables together, fry it up in like a steel pan like that, and then that's it. So we serve it as a hash brown here. So we serve it, we sell it on the side orders, but we also sell it to garnish eggs Benedict, for example, for the brunch, omelettes, that type of stuff. So in it can be anything, there's no real recipe, but this is potatoes, leeks, carrots, rutabaga, thyme, rosemary, parsnips are in there.
Okay. So I lived in England,
Okay.
and my favorite part about living there was Sunday roast.
Yeah, so that's
Gotta have that Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, we sell absolutely tons of it over there. Over here we got the pies. So this is like another thing that we're really known for is the savoury pie. So this is steak and mushroom.
Those are beautiful. I love that you're making them in-house.
Yeah, it's all done in-house. So everything we do here is all from scratch. Sausages I buy from the ones that we serve on the Bangers and Mash. We buy it from a friend of mine, Peter Myers of Keswick, down in the West Village. But all the other sausages that we use, we make in-house. But the English breakfast sausage, it's too good. I can't make it the same. So.
Do you hear that? They're supporting another business in the West Village. Otherwise, everything's made in-house. They're not cutting any corners. I love that. Bubble squeak. Bubble squeak. Bubble squeak. Do you hear it?
You can make it home, and you should make it home because it's delicious.
And a good way to utilize leftovers, right? So that we don't have any sort of waste, which is important in a kitchen.
So that's your bubble and squeak. Got the crispy egg. You'll see now where it's wrapped. Okay, so this is supposed to be a runny egg.
Dun dun dun.
There we are.
It's gorgeous. It's perfect. Congratulations, you did it.
All right, so that's it, and then we just finish it with a little Maldon salt. So this is delicious salt. This is salt from Maldon. It's called Maldon salt. It's the salt plains in Essex. It's a very flaky salt. Just dissolves, and it's not
Perfect finishing salt.
overpowering. So the idea is you take it, dip it, eat it. Don't get
I'm
egg on your face.
salivating looking at that.
Codfish. Just roll it. This is a wonder flour. So this is just to get the batter to stick onto the fish.
Anything special in that batter, Chef?
Yes, it is. There's a blend of like many different flours.
Okay.
Salt's already in there, so I didn't salt too much. But we make it with beer, so it's just the dry mix and then beer.
Love a beer batter. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
Okay, so these are large potatoes. First we cut them. They're all hand cut. Then we soak them 24 hours, wash out, get as much of the starch out as possible, and then we blanch them, water, and then we blanch them again in oil to this point, and then we finish them in the hot oil. And this is this.
Fish and chips is probably one of my favorite comfort foods, and when I lived in England, I probably ate that the most because it's everywhere and it's affordable, like when you're a student like I was. Those are beautiful. And you got that flaky maldon on top of those.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah, yeah. So we get this.
I hope there's a lot of butter in there, Chef.
That's all it is. Butter, cream, and salt. So on the bottom is a suet dough. This is a suet dough, and then on top is a rough puff pastry.
Okay.
So it's not full-on puff pastry. It's rough, an abbreviated puff pastry. And then there's the pastry on the bottom is made with we don't use butter. We use suet. So that's the fat that surrounds the kidney.
I love that.
So it's like very savoury. It's like almost like a classic terrine dough. So it retains. You can see it's not all soggy from all the moisture that's in there, but that's full of sauce.
Yeah, and you're getting a lot of flavor in there too, and it's beautifully cooked. Look at the browning on the top of that pie. It's gorgeous.
So the fish is ready. So right now we just take the butter out. You can maybe hear it. It's nice and crispy. We'll just let as much of the grease as possible drop out of that.
So these aren't just some like cut up some potatoes and throw them in the fryer. There's a lot of work that goes into these chips.
And not only that, the actual potato itself, we use a size 50, which doesn't mean much, but they're like almost twice as expensive as regular ones. And the reason we do that is because we want them to be nice and fluffy inside.
Crispy on the outside.
Crispy on the outside, but we want them to almost be like dipping things. So we sell also like sauces. So you can buy, if you lived in England, you went to a fish and chip shop, you'd always see curry sauce. So we have curry sauce, we have tartar sauce, peppercorn sauce.
Those are gorgeous fries.
Yeah.
Sorry, chips. Chips. Gorgeous.
Basically, there's your fish and chips. Joneswood. Alright, so we're done.
That's beautiful presentation, Chef.
Let's go and eat.
Let's go and eat. The phone eats first, Alan. The camera eats first. We know the perfect Scotch egg. It's so perfect. Thank you. So we just left the kitchen. Thank you for allowing me to watch your process. Super fun.
You're most welcome.
And I'm here with the chef. This is Chef Jason Hicks.
Nice
Chef
to meet you.
and owner of Jones Wood Foundry. Now, that's an interesting name, and it has quite the story behind it. Do you want to tell everyone why it's called that?
A little bit, yeah. Well, I mean, the area was bequeathed to the city by a guy called Robert Jones. So Central Park was originally going to be this area back in the day. Long story short, state legislator moved it over to Central Park, and then Robert Jones bequeathed it to the city, and they decided to develop it on the Upper East Side. The building, the kitchen you were just in, actually was a foundry. And this is like a logo. Our logo is actually, there's one left manhole cover that they used to make down in the kitchen. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it's Robert Jones. It was a wood before it got developed.
Okay.
And it was a foundry. So it's
So
got
they
bones.
were like down there.
Yeah, you still got
with the
behind
manhole
all
covers.
of the, we have to clad all this because of the fire regulations, but all the I-beams are still down there where they used to pour all the iron and stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Amazing. And you have had, you're having quite the run. You've been here for how long?
We're in our 12th year.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it is amazing, yeah. It's just, my whole background is like high-end French restaurants, whatever, but I got kind of jaded with it, not tired of it. I turned into a bit of a not such a nice person because of the, whatever. So I just wanted to open up something that I would have liked to come to. So it's kind of the basis, the roots of it is bourgeois bistro cooking, but it's trying to sort of reinvigorate the British cuisine from way back. So you've got a classic steak and mushroom pie there, but it's now served in New York City in 2022. So, it's popular. So we've succeeded in that kind of thing, and there's actually nothing French here, but normally there's short ribs on the menu and all that.
But you have French techniques, and you're taking these homey classics, and you're sort of updating them or reinventing them a little bit.
And we've just created like a very convivial place. So in other words, it's the whole motto here. It's actually engraved. You should get a picture of it on the way out. But the whole motto is never mind the bollocks. It's a Sex
Pistols.
Yeah. So that's what it all is. And don't mind the bollocks.
So you're a little punk rock.
Yeah, me? No, not really. But I mean, probably. But I mean, the thing is I want people to be able to come in here and just chill and not be sort of stressed out because of whatever. So you walk in here, and the goal for us is to exceed your expectations. So if you walk in here, you kind of feel like you're walking into a dive bar. But then when you order the food...
But this food is beautiful!
Yeah, and it's what it is. But we're not going out saying, hey, we've got the best food. It's just like people are, happening upon us. We're known as the best kept secret, and we're now 12 years in, so we're obviously doing something right, and we're starting now to expand the brand, doing other things.
And I mean, let's be real. Like, this is a really nice, comfy booth, and it's beautiful leather, and we've got these gorgeous skylights. I wouldn't say this is like a divey place. It's lovely. It's very comfortable.
It's not supposed to be divey, but what I'm saying is we don't want to. My whole background is like Michelin star, 3-star, 5-star, whatever, and like a waiter taking the order looking down the nose is not really.
Yeah. So we're getting rid of pretension, and we're eating gorgeous food with beautiful.
The only thing we're missing is a cask ale.
In a comfortable space. Yeah, we are missing a cask ale.
Yeah, but you told me you're hungover, so.
Hair of the dog. That's okay. We're good. So let's get into the food.
All right.
So just run down quickly everything we have in front of us. This is the.
All right. So this is a classic Scotch egg. Our classic signature from the restaurant. So it's a semi-soft boiled egg.
I want to say, if I may cut you off, that is cooked absolutely perfectly. Nailed it. I've had plenty of Scotch eggs. Not all of them are as perfect as that.
This was actually runnier when we took it out about an hour
ago.
It's
still gorgeous.
So you've got two different types of sausage we make in house. You've got a chorizo, and then you have a regular breakfast blend. We blend that together. We wrap it around the egg, breadcrumb it, and then this is a tartar sauce.
Great.
We make it.
This is that bubble and squeak, those leftovers, right?
Bubble and squeak. This is just like, everybody knows bubble and squeak back in the UK. Over here, it's kind of like they see it on the menu, they've heard about it. What is it? And I'm like, whatever. So this one is, there's no, people will tell you it's not a proper bubble and squeak because of X, Y, Z. It's total bullshit. It's not, there's no recipe for a bubble and squeak.
It's whatever you want, right?
It's a kitchen sink.
Great, kitchen sink, we're caramelized those, they look gorgeous. I'm excited to have some veg next to this dish.
Yeah, so this is another staple from here, fish and chips. So it's a beer battered codfish, triple cooked chips, tartar sauce again, ketchup, lemon.
And then this beautiful pie.
And then you've got a pie, so steak and mushroom pie, mashed potatoes. It's just a regular braised filling. The secret here is the two different types of pastry. So on the bottom you have a suet dough. So we replace butter in that dough with suet, which is the fat that surrounds a veal kidney. And then on the top it's called rough puff pastry, which means it's just an abbreviated puff pastry. So it won't be like a chicken pot pie, or it's not going to puff up so much. It should be.
This is where your technique comes in. We see how gorgeous this is. All right, what should I eat first? What do you think?
I need to see you eat the egg first because I want to see that you can do it without getting any egg on your face. No yolk on the chin.
I've said this before, Chef. I am not a delicate eater.
You gotta dip it and eat it.
Oh, you want me to just use my hands? I love this. This is the way I like to eat. But I will probably get egg on my face. I'm not gonna lie.
But this is actually a good breakfast thing as well. So you got.
That meat is seasoned so well. It was perfect. I keep saying it, but crunch on the outside.
You got the spice from the chorizo?
I get the spice. Yeah. This is the perfect breakfast.
It is good, right?
Especially when you're hungover. I gotta go for those fries next. All right.
Fries.
Chips. Look at that. I love the chip, the salt.
Triple cooked, right? So cut, soaked 24 hours, washed, blanched in water, blanched in oil, fried in hot oil.
So good.
Going with the which was crispy. About an hour ago.
Don't downplay yourself on camera. Look at that. I just want to eat this with my hands too. Can I just continue the whole eating with my hands thing?
Absolutely.
That's how I roll. Beautiful cod. I'm gonna hit it with a little lemon. Try not to take too big of a bite, because I always do.
That we sell so much of, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah.
The batter it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too thick. It's got crunch. It's seasoned.
So the other thing we sell a lot of with that is the mushy peas. So we have like not a classic mushy pea because those are pretty gross, they're sort of vinegary and dry peas. We use fresh peas and we're minted with butter. So it's just
Stepping it
peas,
up.
butter, mint. Yeah. And with that, it's amazing.
I feel like I should now go in for some veg.
Yeah. Balance it
So
out.
I can pretend to be a little healthy. Love the color, love the caramelization.
So rutabaga, carrots, onions, thyme, rosemary.
This tastes like winter. This is
Yeah. So going into being in the fall right now, going into winter, these are the things that would be the go-tos.
and the thyme and the rosemary. Yes. This is getting me stoked for cold weather, and I never say that.
All right. So now the pie.
The pie.
Those.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
you hear that?
So you got in there braised steak brisket.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
So
Chunks
braised
of meat. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
braised brisket with cremini mushroom, and then the mashed potatoes. With mashed potatoes, just Yukon Gold buttercream.
I mean, this is probably my favorite meal.
Yeah.
Meat,
No, this is
potatoes, and then we've got this beautiful crust. We've got mushrooms, which I
These
love.
are the things. This
Kinda
one
wanna,
dish, different flavors of it. This is what got us through COVID, 100%, no question about it. So we opened up like pies by appointment type thing, where we were doing large format pies that people could order and pick them up at a certain window, and it was massively popular. And now we
I
can't
would come
stop
pick
it.
up your pie. This is delicious.
Yeah, so now you got to check them out online. Pie and mash, but no more appointment needed.
You hear that? Come get this pie, and then you can just keep them in your freezer.
Yeah, totally.
Perfect. You don't have to do the work. He's already done the work for you.
Yeah, we just provide you with all of the egg wash, the thyme, the salt, the mashed potatoes. You just with heating instructions, and you just cook your own thing at home.
It's gorgeous. It's
All right.
perfect. I do think that I should have some sort of traditional beverage.
Another beverage?
Am I being greedy?
I've got just the thing.
I love you.
All right,
Thank
let me
you.
go for it. Hang on. Yeah, so this is cask ale. This is a classic. This is the oldest form of ale. This is like alive right now. It's not like kegged. It's in a small barrel and it's still essentially fermenting. There's not very many breweries that are doing cask ale, but that's proper beer. There you go, Lala. You managed to see. This is proper beer, right? So you managed to succeed the test of the egg on your face. So now you've got to just avoid the foam on your nose.
I'm gonna roll up my sleeves.
So this is a stout ale. This is actually from a brewery called Wild East in Brooklyn. But this is proper beer. This is like cask ale, real ale.
a proper beer.
Proper,
I love it.
The real deal. As we say, the dog's bollocks. It's good, right?
The dog's bullocks.
Yeah.
I want to get this foam all over my face. Did I succeed?
No, you didn't.
Oh man, that's really delicious.
You like that?
Yep, it's gonna pair perfectly with all this food. I'm content to just sit here all afternoon in this comfy booth under the skylight eating all this food. I love your place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I'm so glad you came.
Absolutely, thank you for
Yeah.
cooking for us.
No worries.
If you've never been, You must, especially to get those pies, right?
Yeah, so if you don't manage to make it in, you can get a taste of Joneswood by going online and ordering the pies. You have to pick it up, but if you live locally, we can deliver. But,
Okay.
It's good.
You hear that? They're making it easy for you. I'm gonna continue eating. I'm Lala for Flavors of New York here at Joneswood Foundry. Thanks for joining us.